Hey there. What's going on here? What's with all the debating?
We think the answer's 1.
We think the answer is 9. What do you think?
Well,
I thought you were the math guys.
I could use a little help. The mathematical habits of mind nurture stronger, more skilled mathematicians. Applying the habits of mind enables math to be the common factor that unites us all. Communication is a fundamental characteristic of life. Disagreeing with others is a natural result. As a mathematician, we must defend our arguments and respectfully dispute others. Today, we are focused on mathematical habit of mind 3, construct viable arguments, and critique the reasoning of others. To help us understand how to construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others, please welcome our very special guest, federal law clerk and Wheeling Park alumna, Haley Robb.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
We are so excited. So Haley, as a law professional, how do you construct viable arguments?
It's a step-by-step process, kind of like a math equation. You take the facts and the evidence of the case at hand. You then research case law, statutes, or precedent that you have to follow. And then you craft and create your argument. And then you hope that your case wins.
Wow, to construct viable arguments, you have to look for and make use of structure. That's awesome. So over here, we have the award-winning Wheeling Park High School speech and debate team. We've given them a prompt. They're considering artificial intelligence in the workforce. This side is pro, and this side is con. Can you critique their arguments by identifying potential flaws and helping them find efficient pathways to solutions?
Yes, I'd love to. You guys are the pro side. Do you want to share some arguments for why AI should be in the workplace?
One reason why AI is sure to benefit the workforce is its role in the medical field.
What do you think?
I believe that AI would be a phenomenal tool when it comes to digital editing.
Okay.
I think it would also help with assisting human tasks and making it easier for them.
Okay. What specifically in the medical field?
Well, PRS Global has an excellent article explaining that AI is not set out to replace human compassion, but rather, as Ari said, improve the more technical aspects of things. This is a key reason why the use of AI is sure to be beneficial. They will have more time to form genuine connections with patients instead of just strictly working.
It's always good to have sources that a lot of people rely on when you form arguments. Okay, and what about the digital editing world?
I just believe that AI already has a place within digital editing in that it makes the process easier. For example, if you want to crop something out of your photo, now AI is able to do that, or even for bigger things like movies, where it can be used at the editing stage in order to make scenes just look a little bit nicer.
Okay, a critique I think I have is how would people feel if AI created an image that wasn't necessarily true about them? You kind of have to address both sides because it could start some false narratives about people. So make sure you address that too when you bring in the digital world. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about our human needs?
So we can see that it will help with like the reduction in like human error and like helping assist with like menial tasks and like repetitive tasks. For example, in like the Industrial Revolution, many people thought their jobs would be lost then. However, that was not the case, and it actually created a bunch of jobs for all these people. So we can see that just like the advancements of technology has really helped us like help with these like tasks and making them easier for humanity.
You two are the con side. Can you provide me the arguments that you came up with to not have AI in the workplace?
Yeah, so having AI in the workplace is going to significantly increase unemployment.
Okay.
It's also going to cause a lack of creativity with the artists.
Okay. Why do you think it will cause unemployment in the workplace?
AI will be taking the jobs of people who are already employed. So while during the Industrial Revolution, people gained jobs, AI is actually estimated to replace around 60% of jobs in the future.
And what about reducing creativity?
So we can see that AI elements can hinder an artist's creativity because a lot of the AI ideas are dependent on past ideas from the artist.
That's a good point. Maybe find some research articles out there of AI creating false photos and how that affects humans, because I'm sure we've all seen them and the negativity that could create humans. So also pull that into your research as well.
What wonderful insight you gave those students. So Haley, as a law professional, how are these skills applied?
As a law professional, very early on in the case, you have to, craft and construct arguments and have evidence to support your arguments. Later on, through motions practice, you will then critique the other side, and you will have to find more evidence and more support and show why your side is stronger.
That is awesome. Logic and reasoning are involved in that process. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
So Haley, one final thought. What advice would you give students and families about constructing viable arguments and critiquing the reasoning of others?
The first thing I would say is be respectful and know that everyone has differing opinions on any challenge that any family faces. You want to make sure that you're facing the challenge together. You want to critique the challenge and not each other, and make sure that you have an open mind and talk respectfully when you're trying to address any problem at home.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. As you can see, the mathematical habits of mind are applied in very lawful ways. Everyone is a mathematician. Join us next time as we continue to explore the connections between math and the world around us. We are all math people when we nurture our skills and recognize the common factors. Let's unite with numeracy.